I got good news. So I got a message from one of my contacts over at Raven, and the guy was telling me like, hey, they do see your tweets. So I was like, okay, I'll just, you know, keep telling him or whatever. And obviously I don't want to be insanely rude about it. Like me just saying that like something is broken and me asking them to completely fix something that should have been fixed, you know what I mean? I didn't feel like I was really being that rude. I mean, I've definitely said out of line shit before for sure, but I've definitely toned that down over the years. So I don't think anything that I said recently is really bad to them or anything like that, but it's also I need to have them look at it. I don't want to be forgotten, along with obviously anyone else that is dealing with this issue as well, because there are other people. It's not just me. There's these people all the time that reply to me like, oh, stop being a bitch, dude. Get over it. Stop whining. They would be equally upset if they were in my position. It has nothing to do with me being me. It has to do with what a person deserves. And no one deserves to have their camos simply not work when other people's camos work. So I ended up getting an update from the guy, and well, it turns out I was told here that obviously the issue with my account is some sort of, you know, asset problem, a cross progression issue, something in that case, because as you guys know, I've unlocked all the camos on these things. I sound like a goddamn broken record, but so one thing that I learned was that there is actually an asset limit, or like an inventory limit basically, in Warzone. Basically in all the games, they all have some sort of limit. Basically, if you think of any inventory limit in a video game, if you can only have, say, 50 items in it or whatever, obviously you would only be able to hold 50 items, and then there's the possibility of being able to stack items and things like that, but there's usually a reserved amount of spaces, which obviously makes a whole lot of sense, and usually it's set high enough to where the average player probably wouldn't run into this kind of issue. But it turns out that I have actually broken the limit there. Basically, I ended up hitting the limit of all of the inventory space that I have on my account, and the only way that that happens basically is if you're somebody that's kind of like a completionist like myself. Now, obviously, there are other people that are also completionists out there, and they haven't ran into this issue. Think of all of the items that I could possibly have on my account in my inventory, every single camo in every single game, including zombie shit, every single battle pass. So basically anything new that I end up unlocking or buying or whatever just basically isn't counting. And that's why it all shows up completely fine on all the individual games. But once you get to Warzone, where they're combining all of them, I end up breaking that limit. It makes complete sense now. And also the other thing, I ran into this other issue as well, where whenever I bought things in the store, I would have the same issue. It would disappear from the store. Sometimes it would even stay in the store, and it would basically just say that I didn't have the items even though I did, and it would allow me to try to rebuy it, and then it would fail the purchase. But obviously, since I put in money as opposed to time, they obviously have to give me those items that I'm unlocking in the store because I'm straight up paying for them. So it prioritizes over my other camo. So I'm under the impression that it's a possibility that I can go and buy more store items, and it's actually removing camos that I have across my weapons in order for it to try to create space for that item to be there. Basically, yeah, think about all of the things that I've ever unlocked, all the battle passes, all of the stickers, all of the operator skins, all of it, every single one. I ended up breaking the threshold, basically. Go figure. Now, that makes a whole lot of sense over all of the other theories that I've ever had and what I've discussed and stuff with people trying to figure out what it is. I was told that they had found this and that they had confirmed that my count is at that limit. It sounds like it's the issue, but it could potentially not be, you know what I mean? I could be wrong, but apparently it'll be fixed by Season 4 Reloaded, and I'm gonna assume Season 4 Reloaded is in what? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that? Probably like late July, like the 27th, 28th. So we'll see when Season 4 Reloaded comes. Basically, they're gonna up the limit of things that you can hold. Now, this should basically be a non-issue when it comes to Modern Warfare 2, so, I mean, if I could sit there and warn anybody... Wait. My teammate killed me at 29. You fucking piece of shit. So a word of advice if you want to avoid having your account broken. I mean, the number one thing that messed me up, I've seen quite a few other people unlock all the mastery camos and shit like that, buy some bundles and things, and they don't have the same problem I do. But I have to assume that those people probably aren't far off, so just be careful if you go and buy anything out of the store. If you haven't bought a ton or unlocked a ton, then I guess it probably, you're not even close to hitting that limit. But yeah, apparently it could have been avoided if I just didn't buy shit or something. I don't know. Like, obviously I buy things because I go and make content on it, but I mean, I haven't bought anything in a good amount of time, especially since things were broken. So they also ended up leaking the Modern Warfare 2 data mined again by Reality UK. Again, same guy that's been leaking all this shit. He's just been data mining the ever-living shit out of the Warzone mobile thing, which for whatever reason has Modern Warfare 2 assets in it, you know, connected and shit now. It'll make for a much smoother transition than usual, so I'm all for it. That's fine by me. He's just not on the radar at all. Okay. Yeah, speaking of that, Ghost is back. They also have like a bunch of descriptions and shit for all of the perks in there or whatever. Ghost is back. Obviously, we've always had some sort of Ghost equivalent, but the idea was and hope was that it was going to be the Ghosts that we have in Warzone at the moment, where if you sit still, you're not on the radar. But from the description of it, it doesn't say anything about having to move or anything for it to be active. So yeah, that's not very good. Now, I'm probably not going to read out all of, like, you know, every single description or whatever, but I'll name the perks off. We got a bunch of returning perks. We got Battle Hardened, Amped, EOD, Cold-Blooded, Ghost, Hardline, High Alert, Kill Chain, Overkill, Quick Fix, Restock, Scavenger, Shrapnel, Tracker, Spotter, Double Time, Tune-Up even. There's also a few new ones. I'm reading Ghost of Hope's tweet, by the way. He basically summed them all up. Reality ended up mining them all.
Securing Alpha. Holding Charlie.
Wow, he was just standing there. Wait, that is so brain dead. Ghost is ridiculous. Please, I really hope it's not going to stay like this. It probably will, but, you know, combat pacing won't be so crazy. Also, here's the other thing that's very, very interesting and kind of disappointing at the same time, but a part of me also isn't surprised because it might end up creating some sort of gap between the people that have been playing versus the people that are brand new, where they end up running into people that have pro perks versus the people that don't. New perks are Overwatch, Overcharge, Survivor, Extra Tactical, Focus, and Pitcher. Let me check out Reality's things. Reality actually has descriptions for a lot of the perks and stuff like that, so we can at least maybe read the new perks. He's got the icons for all of them and shit. Reading perks. Focus, increase hold breath time, reduce sway and flinch when ADS. So here's the interesting thing about this is that Focus used to be a perk, actually a proficiency, which is basically a weapon perk. He had a proficiency that was named Focus that reduced flinch, and it was mainly on sniper rifles. So this might be useful. I'm not entirely sure. It depends what, you know, category they could be in and how useful it is or whatever. Battle Hardened, Restock, Ghost, they all seem to have the same thing on there. Battle Hardened reduces, you know, the effects of EMP stun, immune to snapshots. It's surprising that Restock is still in the game, but it is. Ghost, undetectable by UAVs, radar, drones, and heartbeat sensors. Nothing else. You're just straight undetectable. So that's just kind of weird to me. Maybe if there's some sort of other spotting thing, I don't know. I heard that the classic minimap is indeed back. That at the very least does help, but it also makes me wonder if everybody's just gonna end up running Ghost, unless it's in a highly contested category.
Damn, they already... Damn, I'm already...
Shooting someone's mom? What the fuck? And it's also weird because Ghost says Gorilla. Amped says Warhead. It's weird. There's like certain names that don't really line up, so who knows? It might not even be named Ghost. It might actually be named Gorilla. Extra Tactical, obviously you just spawn with an Extra Tactical. I don't really know if that's really worth it though. I don't know entirely if it's just a perk. I mean, it says perks, High Alert, Tune Up, Quick Fix, Kill Chain. We already know what they all do. Some equipment things. There's Radiation Blocker. I don't necessarily know what that means. And Battle Rage. Experimental Stimulant that gives you an adrenaline rush. Health regenerates quickly. Tactical equipment is resisted and tactical sprint is constantly refreshed. Shit's gonna get GA'd like shit over in the pro scene. Another bad sign here. We're not seeing any ninja or anything like that. It seems that there is no perk that actually reduces your footstep audio. And the reason that I'm avoiding calling it Dead Silence or Ninja or whatever is that most people at this point consider Dead Silence as just the field upgrade. But here's my thing. Even over in COD 4, the Ninja equivalent was actually named Dead Silence. It wasn't named Ninja at first. So that's why when I call it Dead Silence and Ninja, I am talking about a perk, not field upgrade. So the way that this is looking, it's looking like this is actually gonna be a field upgrade situation. We're probably gonna run into the same situation, to be honest with you. I'm seeing a very, very similar class setup situation here. Obviously, there's going to be some shifting here and there, but it looks very straightforward. Now, obviously, they could just change it up or whatever, but yeah, those are the perks. That's the situation with my account. Basically, I ended up unlocking and or buying too many things to the point to where I lost the camos that I grinded my ass off for. Beware of unlocking too many items. I don't know really what sounds any better or worse to you guys. Hey, don't unlock camos. It's gonna brick your fucking game. Or hey, don't buy anything from the store or it'll brick your camos. Like, I don't know. What the fuck else am I supposed to do? Obviously, there's other info over there on Reality's Twitter where he's definitely going more in depth. Oh. I mean, if the maps are just better and the classic minimap is there, I'll deal with the ghosts. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, and no Dead Silence or Ninja. There's probably Dead Silence as a field upgrade, but...